think we should listen.
Go very well.
Never give and I'll never be this. Sing songs, us sings this. Never give and I'll never be this. Sing songs, us sings this. Never gives and I'll never be this. Sing songs, us sings this. Never gives and I'll never be this. Sing songs, us sings this.
'Hey guys, just one sec. I just realized Firewatch pointed out that the poll I put the wrong title of the next Phoenix Wright game.
Every toast with a song.
It should be it should be basically it should be the next one. It's Justice for All. So shoot, it won't let me change it without ending the poll. I suppose I could end it and then restart it again. Ah, whatever.
Tango 732, Victor 73117.
started. I do like that music and stuff, but I listened, that's Pogo's music. I listened to it while I was creating the nice chat box last night, too. How are you guys doing today? An app which is basically radio with Toho music. Yeah, I made that last night. So from chapter start. Oh, that's right. I was gonna grab more. I was gonna have 2 things of water today, just in case. I'll do it tomorrow. Whatever. So September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. But yeah, I messed up on the poll. Basically, I just mean the next Phoenix Wright game. Well, I guess this is... Well, I guess... Oh gosh, gotta get back into voices. Okay, well, I guess this is it. So what I did for that, actually, was I went over to May's testimony, and then I just took a screenshot of this, got rid of the text by copying and pasting what the empty lines, because it's all the same thing, and then I had the font when I picked up stuff. I found it online, and then obviously the line there. So it took a little while, but I'm happy with how it turned out mostly. I was unable to get the font in the chat box to be the correct font, unfortunately, because oh my gosh, you have to like mess around with like HTML or CSS if you want to do that kind of stuff, unfortunately. Like if you want to change the font, and I couldn't get it working. So, okay. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix, look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the public prosecutor's office yesterday. He told me that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth, no matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie, to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is to get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be opening for session soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. He's not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. I'm not sure if that's technically legal. I guess it is, but it's not advised because anything you say is obviously under the tinge of not being believed because of the fact that you are the defendant. So,
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
as the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crime.
I see. The prosecution may call in its witness.
Hey, Jam Yo-Yo. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's gonna raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. We could raise an objection, but I don't think it'll get us anywhere. We might as well, just for the sake of posterity. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court.
Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor.
Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name.
You wish to know the title of my personage?
Your name.
Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse?
It's so bad because I know most of the words he's saying, but sometimes he just mispronounces the big words he's trying to use too. It sucks. Name. These two are great together.
My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino.
Isn't that little Black Little? Isn't that just like Black Little? I'm pretty sure it is. Or Black... Isn't like Blanco black? And then Nino is like boy, isn't it? So would that literally be Black Boy? What? Why would his friends... Okay, I'm pretty sure it's just fostering.
I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp.
Oh, that's right, Blanco sounds like black but it's white. So White 9? Oh, wait. Isn't Nino like a small child? Like a boy? Like Nina and Nino? So it would be literally White Boy. His friends call him White Boy. Nice. Did you know the victim, Miss Maya Fey?
That would be a negatory. No, I did not.
You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder?
Correct.
And you witnessed the murder from there?
Ahem. Why tell you what you already know?
Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony part, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? I'm still standing.
Oh ho ho! I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix.
Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then when I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over.
If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, so let's press him on the fact that, like, how did he and Miss May see a different thing, yet Miss May was so certain it was the original defendant? Spiky-haired? Oh, okay. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. There it is. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl.
I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer.
Just what is your eyesight?
Counting both eyes, 40.
40? Don't add them together.
I think the witness is trying to say that his eyesight is good.
Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? Alright, so... Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened.
Of course. Comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down.
Are you sure?
As you know, I am abso-positively perfect.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
Okay, yeah. And then, so obviously, that directly contradicts May's, where she said, went to the right instead, so. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave.
What is this?
You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right.
Oh, it's simple. You must have misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. The victim ran to the left, as if the victim ran to the left as he claimed she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd?
Very strange. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both of them are right. They just saw it from different points of view. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. I hope that's close enough for the game. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left.
Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing.
Does it? Oh yeah, I'm dropping like 4% of frames. Hold on, let me double check. Am I connected to the wrong? I'm connected to the wrong internet again. Okay, the stream's, because OBS is dumb, it's gonna like go down a minute when I change it over. So just give it a sec and refresh. Sorry. Oh, shoot. Alright. Looks like we're good.
Rapscallion!
Oh my gosh. The postulations.
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched.
Ho 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 ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer.
What now? He's laughing?
The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more?
Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony.
Good luck. Can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Yeah, I apologize for having to reconnect. Hopefully it didn't split it into 2 streams again. It says that we've still been streaming for 24 minutes, so I don't think it did. Because otherwise, yeah. Anyway. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Well, that's obviously false.
That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Okay, so... Yeah. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the autopsy report says that she got hit by a blunt object. She only got hit once. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away.
Very well. The witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White.
Mr. White? Oh, okay. Well, see, I looked at the under window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap, indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting.
Deal with it. This is almost over. Alright, so I looked at the other window when I heard the thing fall. The next moment I hear Miss Mia. Oh, the thing fall. What did he hear fall? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing?
Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand.
Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix? Doesn't that have something about that strike you was odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White?
Huh? What?
You're saying you saw the glass light stand?
Yes.
Then change your testimony to reflect that.
So sorry. My bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay. Of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked.
And of course, that is false for one particular reason. If we look at floor plans, so if he was looking, he couldn't have seen the light stand because the light stand would all the way in the left corner. You can see where the light would have come in from the window, so he couldn't have seen anything in the shaded area. No, don't what? Look at the last shard. Read the description on the glass shard. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's the floor plans, but the broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's the problem. Okay. But I'm pretty sure the glass light stand being in the left corner would have also been kind of a giveaway too. Thanks though. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the light stand.
What?
The stand broke into pieces when it fell.
Ugh.
Just by seeing the broken pieces, you had no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question.
Isn't it obvious? I saw it before it fell over.
So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked, then?
Correct. That would be no problemo, right?
Big problemo. There's a big problemo. Problem here.
What problem is this?
Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred?
Correct. Correct. That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable.
No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand.
What? Why couldn't he? You have proof?
I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could have not seen the stand before it fell over. So, okay, now we use the floor plans. Okay. Look at this.
These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Gah!
Mr. White?
Mr. White, you did it, didn't you?
Your Honor, I, Miss Mia.
Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What? I forgot about Edgeworth.
Mr. White, Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now?
What?
I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap.
The wiretap? Order! Edgeworth is so sneaky.
Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain.
I really don't like the way this is headed.
As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who?
No, you wouldn't.
Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered the Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
Correct. You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break!
Yes. In order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That's when I saw the accursed light stand.
Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Edward.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen this stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. He went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap.
Leave it to me. I feel faint.
The wiretap.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound?
Correct! That is right.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may be cross-examined.
What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Okay, so it was the beginning of September. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh. Right. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand?
The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Dang it. There's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor.
Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality.
Okay. Let me just press him on this bit, and then we might have to bluff on the last bit. I think that's where this is headed. This is the only thing we haven't pressed him on. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints were several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And I know it. If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Okay. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright? Are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix? Huh? Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. You shouldn't. It's pretty much just, the Mia voice, but okay. Or the Maya voice. Mia! Never give up, Phoenix. Mia! I guess I should have overemphasized that a bit more. Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Ah! He passes out again. Hey, Phoenix. Gawk, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're Maya? Didn't you know that the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that it was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya's channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's why I came here to tell you. But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that light stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony?
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. So go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. September 9th, 1:16 p.m., District Courtroom number 1.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright?
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then, let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, Please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is much more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
All right. Where is it? Oh, it's the receipt. Okay. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder.
You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fanco law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you, but I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of...
Objection!
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Huh? What? No way he can worm out of his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. This is certain. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? Stream keeps freezing. I'm not getting any, like, major frame drops on my end, according to Streamlabs. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. No, I'm not letting this drag on another day. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth,
If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether your claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What?
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow.
No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up, something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all.
Mr. Your Honor, may I go home?
Of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay. Mia. Phoenix. Read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may.
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. Well, I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt!
Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. Ugh. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was.
Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Yeah, I think it's just on your end, Firewatch. Sorry. September 9, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations! You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live. My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Banco Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. So don't try anything funny with my sister. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Oh, okay, wait up. The end. Brand new episode has been added.
see. This one is called Turnabout Samurai. Huh. I guess they really like using turnabout. So we'll start this today. I don't know how far we'll get, but we'll definitely start this trial today. Grah! You have disgraced me. Okay, the pale moon in the sky will be red with your blood. The moon? No, 'tis you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa! Grah! The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa, stop waving that broom around! Oh, Nick! I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? I don't know. Maybe just refresh the page. That's the only advice I can give you, honestly. So, okay, the stream keeps freezing. I don't know, maybe, did you refresh after I reconnected to the internet? Refreshing doesn't help. Is anybody else experiencing the same thing? Is anybody else having any problems with the stream, like freezing on them? I guess not? Question mark? Unless there's a really big chat delay. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Hold on, I can open it up on my end. Oh. Sorry. Shoot. No, stop. Stop, Dolphin. Okay, apparently Dolphin doesn't pause in the background and I have the A key binded too. Okay. No. So, yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Hold on, let me throw it on. let me keep the stream open on the thing, and then if it starts freezing on my end, I don't know. But I guess I'll know there's a problem on my end if it keeps freezing. Okay. Let me open up Dolphin again. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Oh, wait. But no one has paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. Is the game freezing now? Oh, it is. Why is it freezing? Unless that's just a delay. How am I gonna pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. I can't tell what's like just the lag between me playing the game and the stream, or so is it still lagging, Firewatch? I really don't know, man. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying the Steel Samurai killed a villain! I have to refresh because there's a ton of delay between what I say and when it's on the stream chat. Yeah, I figured there was a pretty big delay between stream chat and the stream itself. So is still freezing for you then? Sorry, just double checking. Do the stream freezing before I just got more and more delayed. Okay. Yeah. For the time being, it's okay? Okay. Cool. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick. Please, Nick? October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers played the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Oli Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. Hey, Chime. Vote in the poll, will you? I know the, title of the Phoenix Wright thing is incorrect. I just mean the second one. Because I think, there's a poll. Firewatch has been having problems with his stream freezing on him. But yeah, there should be a poll on, if you're on mobile, it should be in like the top right corner, I think. And then if you're Like, there should be a tab for it. Really? Wow, that's a lot. But yeah, there should be a poll there between, what was it? Fossil Fighters, Mega Man, and, the next Phoenix Wright game. So. Okay, I get it. I really don't know what I don't know what the problem is, Firewatch. As far as I can tell, nobody else is having the same problem, so I'm guessing it's on your end. Like, OBS isn't saying that I'm dropping a huge amount of frames or anything. Yeah, sorry, Firewatch. I think the problem's probably on your end, to be honest. I really wouldn't know how to fix it, not without knowing more about it, and I just, you know, gotta keep playing the game for right now, so. This has to be a joke. No, no, no! It's a nightmare! The Steel Samurai's over! The world is over! Yes? Wright & Co. law offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! What? Yes? Yes, of course! We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick! Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in the detention. So what? So, I decided this will be our first case. Oh, first case. Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to go get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Why, Nick? Because, apparently, Mia told, Maya in a letter that she wrote while she was, channeling, through Maya. Like, she wrote a note, like a letter to her. And apparently, she found out through that, Larry, you know, Larry Butts calls us Nick. So she started calling us Nick, too. Does she want to investigate? Okay. Does she want to investigate the case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on the sightseeing. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. Alright, let's head down to the detention center, I guess. And meet this, detention center visitor's room. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client, that's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder, at least once, maybe twice. Whoa, 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 what are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start.
I know. You're disappointed, aren't you?
Disappointed? Oh no.
No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai, with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know? I don't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Alright. I hope you get it figured out, Firewatch. Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Oh, I need to take a drink of water. Hold on. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Fickle is Maya's intuition. What happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. That's too much like Gumshoe. I want him to be big, lovable bear kind of guy, because he's a big, lovable bear kind of a guy. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 in that morning. It was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon, but when 5 came around, and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask, and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with a samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. The Steel Samurai. Maybe you could explain it to me just what the Steel Samurai is? Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this, and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kid show. He walks through the streets of Neo Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action sequences until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action, hero. Well, what will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go. I am willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. Alright. Time to go to the scene of the crime. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited? Oh.
Hey, you... Hey, you there! You want in? You gotta go through me.
Oh, sorry. We're lawyers.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make that gawkers like you stay out.
Alright, see you later, Coyle.
Gawkers? Gawkers. Sightseers. Tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around.
Oh. Oh, sorry, I thought... Dang it, I looked at the earlier message. Oh gosh, she's talking. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no.
I don't know. It's possible.
Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Use today.
Maybe I should turn my microphone down because I'm yelling a lot. Whoops, I didn't mean to examine. Maybe I should change the key bindings because right now I have A bound to the left click and B bound to the right click. Right now you're on mobile. Is it working? Hold on. Change key bindings. That's good. Alright. The studios. So, what do you do here at the studios?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, my younger days. No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was...
Hammer?
the victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
Can you tell me more about Mr. Willpowers?
He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by the mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will's Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
What kind of person was Jack Hammer?
What kind of person? Oh, if only you knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series.
Should I have heard of that?
But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
Why are you so certain that Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers?
Yes, I saw him.
But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in the dressing room.
Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You could bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here to at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. Looks like we'll have to get a letter from our client before she'll let us in.
Hello? How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Your alibi. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you?
What? No, I'd never do that.
Just now you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch.
Yes, like a baby.
But the security lady said that she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise.
Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get.
I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me?
Did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio.
Oh, the security lady?
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you.
She's got some nerve.
Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation?
Oh, of course.
Powers request added to the court record. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Alright, let's head back and see if we can get by her now. Oh, that's right, we have to present it to her. Oops. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers.
Hmm? Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl.
Gave Powers' request to the security lady.
To think he would entrust his fate to the use of such unreliable appearance. Really.
Really?
Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal. That were my instructions. The good detective told me himself.
Hey, Nick. Huh?
There were maps in the security guard station.
Hey, not bad.
Those are 50 cents apiece. Thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents!
Outside Studio 1. October 16th, Studio 1.
Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day?
Ah! Isn't it that confused detective?
Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edwards is all upset, and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window.
So?
Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective?
I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. As is my voice.
You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Oh, hey, you just can't go saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, all right. Okay, let me look behind him a minute. So there's some things that stick out to me right away. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2.
What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted.
Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday, and the head broke off. It took down that tree with it too.
Security camera. Hey, there's a camera here.
That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where.
There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. Writing that down in case it becomes relevant later. That must be the camera ID number. Alright. So let's talk to him. So, how's your investigation going, Detective?
Well, it's... Hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions?
Right. So, Detective, mind if I take a look at what you've got?
What I got?
The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please.
Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal.
Autopsy report added to the court record. Let me just take a look at that a minute. So, time of death was 10:15 at 2:30 p.m. and he was pierced through the chest with a spear. Okay. Usually, time comes into, like, the time of the death usually comes into these cases, it seems like. I should turn down the game audio a little bit. It's still a little loud over my voice. Why was Mr. Powers arrested?
Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30, and that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady.
Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer.
Huh? Are we talking about the same person?
When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
What kind of evidence?
Well, that, photo. The photo of the steel samurai heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up on the gate, pal?
The gate?
You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy.
What's wrong, pal? You seem down.
Don't look so happy when you say that.
Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho!
We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found.
I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves.
Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out.
Do we have to examine the places? What? Yeah, I imagine we do. Maybe we have to head back to the main gate to head to the other places.
Nick, look! That security lady's in the guard station, stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts.
Yeah, and they're softs enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them.
Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet?
She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am?
Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left of from here is the gate that took the camera. With the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30. See? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is.
Maybe it was you?
Good one, Sonny.
She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor?
Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio.
Was. Past tense?
Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He's shown the brightest, back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate? It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him?
About the security camera.
Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home. I do.
Can we access that? If we examine the computer, will it let us access it? The computer that runs the studio's security cameras.
Hey, no touching!
I guess not. Alright, let's move on, I guess. She apparently doesn't bother with it. She doesn't bother with the details. She just bothers with who went through, I guess. Yeah, this game is kind of like Pokemon. You gotta turn it down the game audio, otherwise when you talk normally, nobody can hear you. October 16th, Global Studios employee area.
Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Power's dressing room.
No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess.
Let's take a look around.
Can we see anything to the left here? Loose grate. The metal grate on this drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. Could fit through there, I bet.
Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate.
Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest.
Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid.
Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point?
It makes it a lot easier to go up hills.
Don't people cycle to get exercise? Oops. Oh, there is profiles. Okay, I thought there wasn't profiles in this game and it was in later games. Maybe we just don't use them as, like, we can't present them yet. I think that's in later games. Okay. So jackhammer. Okay. So let's move and check in the dressing room. October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Power's dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping.
No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they?
Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth. For his sake. Let's take a look around. What's this bag here?
This must be Power's bag.
Hey, don't open that.
Look!
An employee keycard. That must be Power. It says Studio 1.
Let's take it, Nick.
Borrow it, you mean. You mean borrow. I think that's what we needed in here. Let's just take a look around and see if there's anything else. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies.
Nick, I'm hungry.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets.
How many stomachs does this girl have? There's a vast array of cosmetics here.
Ooh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on.
No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig?
I, kinda like samurai movies.
Kinda? Alright. Yeah, that must be the couch he said he slept on. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. Alright, let's go check out the Studio One. It is a little bit of a weird constraint that you can't move, like you have to actually, like, walk around, even if you have to walk through areas, even if you don't have anything to do in them. Anyway, outside Studio One. Oh, wait. Can we not move to... Because we got the key card for Studio One. So, maybe if we examine the gate? The entrance to Studio One. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick.
I wonder if this key card we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened!
All right, we're in.
She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Alright, now we can go in there. October 16th, Studio One. What is it? You're really quiet all of a sudden.
Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real.
Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was a samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Alright, let's take a look around. So, here's the outline. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why he heard the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing wound would leave at least a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Odd, very odd, that there was no blood there.
Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone, a real live megaphone.
Ready?
Nick, action!
This girl is more trouble than I thought. What's in this bag? No clues here. Oh. Okay, I guess we can't examine the giant bag there.
Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
Hey, you, no touching that. Oh. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know.
You know? No, I don't know.
Who are you?
Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with prop stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Whale Powers. Oh, you're WP's people.
WP?
Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it.
I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent.
Don't worry, leave it to us.
Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day.
Penny and dime. Penny, dime. Nicholas. Penny and dime again. Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. No. We're Nick. She's Penny. Get it straight. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see.
Only one assistant?
Yes, well, the studios aren't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our actions sequences.
I see. Neat.
In the morning, we went through with the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area. That's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yeah, I know. Yes, that's the place.
After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. They look like such good friends in this picture. They kind of remind me of Street Fighter characters. Just me? I don't know. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No. I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry. I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue. A lead. Well, I don't know about that. But that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? Well, wait. If someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So, you sensed that someone was other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Alright, let's go talk back to Miss Oldbag.
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your what? What? I saw that suspicious look on your face.
I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time?
Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me?
Eek.
Alright, you better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1.
Her! She's not even a full-time employee! All you youngins are like that nowadays. Running your mouths like saying that, tomorrow saying this thing and that thing. Well, I tell you to still think about respecting your own shame that you're used. Ah!
She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can do without her looking over our shoulders. Yeah, let's go check out the computer. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera's turned on at 1 p.m. that day. That was when the security lady arrived at the guards. Please enter the name of the security camera. Hey, good thing I wrote it down. The one at the front of the gate is ST1307. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was happy with this photo as evidence. Hmm? Something printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Powers? Photo added to the court record. So, does that mean somebody deleted it? Because if that was photo number 2, where's photo number 1? Hey Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said! Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. Okay. Now's a good chance for me to use the bathroom and get a refill on water. So, I'm gonna do that. I'll throw on some music here a second, then I'll go do that. Where is it? There we go. Alright. I will be back in
George, I think we should
I'll be back in like a couple minutes, okay? Probably before this song is done, or a little bit after that, so.
That doesn't even rhyme.
Yeah, it does.
Bring it back on the mic. Well, out of those. Everybody up. The
Would you sign off?
turn mic up on the mic. Well, out of those.
Let me in.
Never rust. The weird. Bring it back on the mic. Well, out of those. Everybody up. The
Would you sign off?
turn mic up on the mic. Well, out of those.
Let me in.
Never rust. The weird. Bring it back on the mic. Well, out of those. Everybody up. The
Would you sign off?
turn mic up on the mic. Well, out of those.
Let me in.
Never rust. The weird. Bring it back on the mic. Well, out of those. Everybody up. The
Would you sign off?
turn mic up on the mic. Well, out of those.
Let me in.
Never rust. The weird.
All this was with me and Dad made a sound. And all this was with me and Dad made a sound.
Bring it back on the
All
mic.
this was with me and Dad made a sound.
Turn mic up on the mic.
All this was with me and Dad made a sound.
Up was a fun movie. I'm back. Okay. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court Room number 2 or number 4.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand.
Hey.
Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nope.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here.
To understand this case. This isn't Gumshoe. Who is this? This is more of the defendant, isn't it?
To understand... See? To understand this case, it's important to grasp
The layout of the studios. Come on.
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe, Gumshoe, Gumshoe.
Gumshoe. I'm Detective Gumshoe.
No, it still doesn't sound like him. Whatever, we'll go with it.
To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area.
Nope.
The actors there run through their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead till later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear, found lodged in the victim's chest, was the murder weapon.
There's multiple days to this case, just like there were to the was to the last one. We will get to Studio 2 later if I remember correctly. So
that's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to that whole thing again? Do we need to listen to the whole thing again? Oh, I think that's just if you missed it. I think we're good. I think I understand the layout and everything. I'm pretty sure this is just for your comprehension, so you understand the crime, because it is a little confusing without seeing the layout and having explained, so. I think I can probably remember that.
So, the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval.
Samurai spear added to the court record.
Your Honor, the case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call this security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to get embarrassed.
Just call me Grandma. Your name, please.
Seems that Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma.
Oh, so I was, still the other children would make fun of me, and can you believe it? But there was this boy, the captain's just come in, just old back well, objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony?
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yesy, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination.
No, she just has the hots for him. Yes, Your Honor.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest. Okay.
So, what were these errands that she had to do this morning? What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow. I want to steal Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea.
Anyway, it was 1... Okay.
So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny?
Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Alright, let's present this photo and see what she has to say to that. Let me get this straight, old bag. I mean, Mrs. Old Bag. Old bag. You've been saying since yesterday you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo.
Excuse me.
What is this, exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai Defender of Neo Oldie Tokyo. Miss Oldbag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Miles is Edgeworth is messed up now.
Yeah.
It's a very odd thing for Miles to say. Yeah.
Well, I wonder. Well, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the part of the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? Huh. Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about
your proof then.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Alright. I never say anything I don't mean. Still, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers.
Yes, but only Mr. Powers would have been dragging his leg.
He has a point. It does seem quite likely that it was Powers.
There's got to be more to this. I'd better keep pressing her. Let's check. Do we have... No, we don't have the thing where it showed. I think he was falling on his left ankle. If we look at the picture again, yeah, he's dragging his left ankle, so it does match up. However, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily him, because anybody who was trying to impersonate him, who saw that he hurt his ankle, would also be able to do that. So it's not necessarily conclusive proof that it was him. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot? Okay. Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again. So he was walking strangely because he was injured.
It does look like he was dragging his foot.
See? And you didn't trust me, whippersnapper.
Okay. He broke a prop?
Sure did. It was his own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Okay, let me go through this again. So, it's probably something to do with the samurai sphere. So if we broke the sphere... Wait, let me see... Let me see that photo again. Can you tell if the spear is broken or not? Because it seems unlikely he would have been able to kill him with a broken spear. We have 5 lives. That's what the exclamation marks are at the top. I haven't looked at what hotkeys are the save states. If we get that low, I will, just so we don't have to restart this part of the trial over again. But otherwise, I'll just leave. Just take the hits as need be. Anyway, okay, so here's such a chest by sphere. So, okay. Let me try presenting this powers photo, because I think that spear is not broken. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm wrong. The witness statement is clearly false, Your Honor. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Press on the second and third. Okay. Yeah, we already did the third. We didn't press on the second one, though. Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's a steel samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through, then.
Whippersnapper!
Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
I'll have you know, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. You today always whining about each other, pointing fingers and that is enough to make an old lady want to cry.
Mr. Wright?
Mr. Wright. Oh, okay. I think this is it here. Mr. Wright?
Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness.
I think Edgeworth has met his match. Okay. There we go. Okay.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is this steel samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai's suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure? You're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we've yet to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else, not caught on camera, could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove the doubt from your mind. That doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Wait, didn't that one guy also go there? He also head out. He left earlier. What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before one? One? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention,
Are you sure?
the witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy. Ugh. Old Windbag sure has.
Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean.
Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Okay, hold on, let me check the autopsy report. Yeah, so he died at 2:30. Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. So I feel like that's not technically true, right? Because that other guy went there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh shoot. We just went through this. Okay, so 2. Yeah, so. Gotcha. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture?
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Ooh, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny.
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo?
Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. You could have erased the data for the other photo. Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Eh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes. That's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Ah, that's too British. Not sharp enough.
some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Old Bag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day, I finish my guard duties. I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first time I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Okay, thanks Firewatch, but if I need to look up a guide, I'll look up a guide. Otherwise, I'll just try and play it by myself, okay? I don't mind getting help, like, when I'm stuck, but, like, I'd like to do it as much as I can by myself. No offense. Okay. How exactly determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. I'd have to delete that message.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a sec. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased...
He was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?
Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the Steel Samurai, dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about in 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no for getting vital information this time.
Oh gosh, what did I give him? I gave him...
A kind of a deeper tone. Mr. WP.
Oh, that was Phoenix. Mr. WP,
Yes.
tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it. Really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic. At all, actually. Hey, Nick. It's time. Okay, let's go.
Well, what does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went into the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant of Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who has committed this crime.
Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
So, the assistant girl and the grade school boy are obviously not good choices, because both of them are not strong enough to wield the spear. They're not adults. The only case we have really is the security lady, because she has access to the computer. So she could still be technically lying about the whole computer thing, you know? Plus, she wasn't at the guard station for a while. I think that's right. If not, then we still have more chances. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. So it could only have been somebody who either was injured or knew about the injury, impersonating him. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper.
Order! Order! Is this true, Old Bag?
Old Bag? That's Miss Old Bag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai's costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai's costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the cameras at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right here, Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Back better than ever. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take the whole way? Do we press Granny further or give her a break? I'm not too sure, actually. I feel like we should press this, because we want to get more time, right? Press? I hear press. Okay, we'll press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks clear motive, too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin in my old man in 10 seconds, tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and be into your Elder's Day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could have not committed the murder?
Yeah, the spear, right? It's way too heavy. The spear or maybe the autopsy report? I would guess actually this autopsy report. Because, like, no boy is able to drive a spear through a man. This is my proof. Oh, okay, it must be the spear then. Oh, that sound just reminded me of... shoot. Reminded me another game series that's kind of fun that we could play on stream at some point. Anyway. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible.
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Wait a second! I'm not going to just sit here while you're run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking!
Oh great. Stop the presses, the windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom?
By whom?
Nope.
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Not this time.
Well, testify.
My lips were sealed.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. They were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, so Global Studios wanted me to keep up. There were some other people at the studio today. So who are they? Who are these people? Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Or where?
Where? I don't know. I'm wavering on Edward's voice. Maybe I should practice it a bit more.
Oh, and the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There you go, Chime. There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue your cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but should we continue cross-examination or take a break? Take a break? Yeah, I don't think there's anything more we can learn before, unless we go to Studio 2, it seems like. I mean, what else can she tell us? If she had anything she could tell us, she would have told it to us so she would avoid suspicion. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings and the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really? It's nothing. Or should I say, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigation. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off from Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without that accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
To be continued. So we probably won't finish this case today. I'm gonna start gathering more evidence the gathering evidence period, but we probably will have to call it before we finish gathering all the evidence, probably, because we got about 20 some minutes. So, well, maybe we'll get to the first. Maybe we'll be able to collect all the evidence. I don't know. Phew, what a day.
This is no time for relaxing, Nick.
So you think WP's got a chance? I think that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial.
The director and the producer?
Yeah, them.
Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios.
Can we talk to Maya here? What do you think we should do?
What do I?
Huh? Why don't we just do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer. Oh, right. And there's no point in hanging out here.
That's what I've been saying.
Let's get to those studios pronto. Alright.
No one's here.
Right, now that they have old Miss Oldbag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her.
Hey, in the guard station. Look, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't going to eat them. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today.
You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial.
So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial yesterday? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out.
Alright, let's go check out this Studio 2. October 18th. Studio 2 entrance. Huh. What's that trailer? Well, it's like not a trailer home. What is it? An RV? Yeah, some sort of RV.
This is Studio 2?
I thought so.
It doesn't really look like much a studio, does it?
No, that it does not.
Hey, there's a trailer over there.
It looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer.
Are we sure this is a studio?
Let's take a look around, I guess. Is the door locked?
Nick, let's go inside.
You think it's okay?
Oh
well. It's locked.
Aw, shucks.
Yeah. What's this thing here, then? A light van for moving staff and equipment around. Okay, so it's not an RV. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license?
But look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
Wait. The man is how old? Oh, we don't have a profile for him. The man is how old? And got through law school, but doesn't have a driver's license? I guess in the city it doesn't matter as much. Like, a lot of Japan is, like, mostly city, but, like... I mean, I'm in no position to judge. I don't have my driver's license yet. But, like, he went through law school and somehow skipped the step where you, like, you know, learn to drive a car. He's clearly smart enough to drive a car. Anyway. And an incinerator. Apparently, they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Somebody eaten here recently? Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here?
Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place.
What?
I don't know. It just feels odd.
That's bent. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty! They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. Ah, that's the wrong form of two. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah, the fence is bent, isn't it? There's not much around here. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Maybe we can look in the windows? On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. I guess we can't look in the windows. There's not much here. There's that secondary gate, I guess. Incinerator. I guess there wasn't really much there. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder. I want to go someplace else. Nick? I guess I'm not sure what we're supposed to see there, or what we're supposed to look at. Clearly, I think we're supposed to be seeing something. She said something was odd about this? Okay, so same thing. Those were the materials. Is there anything else to examine? There's a big 2 painted here. Probably because this is Studio 2? Probably. That doesn't look anything like a studio. Let's take a walk around, I guess? Where else can we go? Let's go visit, the detention center. Maybe he has more to say now. Or we can ask him about Studio 2. Yep, there we go.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Thank you for earlier.
Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. You can say that again. Let's not. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction?
Sorry, but no.
Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow.
Yes.
Of a fanboy. Do, fanboys sneak into the studios often?
No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them.
But in today's testimony, didn't you say they were often hanging around?
The kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess.
Was the director present at the morning run-through?
Yes. Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate should move.
Why didn't you tell us about that before?
Well, just the studio asked us to keep it quiet.
That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big.
I see.
Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you?
No, I sure hope not.
Can we get his opinion on anything? Regarding this photograph,
Yes?
this really, truly, absolutely isn't you, right?
Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time. Honest.
But who else could have worn it? Your costume was in your dressing room?
Yes. I guess they snuck in and took it while I was asleep.
But who? Regarding the murder weapon,
Yes?
is it heavy, that spear?
It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively.
Hmm. And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through?
Oh yes. I goofed her on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. Security lady fixed it for me right away, though.
With duct tape, we heard.
Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way I could help you. Sorry.
Okay, so, anything else? Head back to the studio, maybe? I'm really not sure. Okay, so we can go to the co-offices. Let's go over to the employee area. We haven't been there. Okay. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi. WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh? Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh. Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that train. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh? Oh! Well, I'm sure these things happen. No, nothing to worry yourself about. You're right. I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right. See you later, then. Good luck with your investigation. Oh, that's right. I think I remember we have to go in his dressing room because his dressing room has been empty for a while, which means this is a good chance for someone to try to get into it. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was, on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. Oh, okay. I thought there would be the fanboy in here. I have a feeling we'll see him later. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to employees. Some tea and cookies. Wait, Nick! What now? These snacks. They're past the expiration date! Then don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. Anyway. Mr. Powers' bag. I wonder what's inside. Hey. Oh, supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars. I'll have to buy that issue. Let's examine those suits. They've been catching my eye in the back there for a while now. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be Mr. Power's personal clothes. Okay. So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick! If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah. I think that was the idea? I feel kind of sorry for him, though. Don't you? What, you want to rip that grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Nah, whatever, rip it open. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes.
Sometimes. Hiya! There, that should make the kids happy.
Things we do. Oh, hello.
Oh, you look a little out of place.
No, Maya just said that something looked out of place with them. I don't know. Maybe it'll be pointed out later. Maybe if we go back, if there's somebody to talk to over there, they can tell us more about it. Because it definitely seems like somebody's living there. So, it's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of in alternative guard fashion thing. I'm a little disappointed we don't get to see her in her guard outfit. Okay, the studios. So how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak buns left over on them? In the employee area? Yeah. Can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular. A bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So, they were trying to protect the director? Or the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it wasn't for that producer. The producer, huh? Let's go back over and re-examine those plates again. Oh, okay, somebody's here. This place is deserted. Not so deserted. Eek! Nick, what was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one at the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Oh. Maybe we have to examine the guard station? Yeah, that looks like a key rack over there. The security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. Okay. I guess. Studio main gate. Why can't we go to the employee area? Oh, that's right, it's over here. Yeah, employee area. WF? WTF? Who are Jew dudes? Lamau. Huh? We... Wait, you first! Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, laborers. How can Jew not know the great Salmonella? I make the elite shows. The Steel Samurai? Mine. RTFC.
Read the film credits.
Really? You're the salmonella? I'm so sorry.
You look so sorry. No, quite alright, really. It's fine. ROFL.
What is it?
You know, on closer inspection. Yeah. Hot. Hey, you do a lot of cosplay, 'cause that costume rocks.
Rock sores? What? Hey, you're drooling.
Huh? Lol. Buffer overrun. You've triggered my creative powers! Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess! The sequel to Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Only Tokyo. Rafal.
That's the only one that is hard to pronounce.
RFL Lamau.
Raffle, I think. Probably about right. Pink Princess? Why has it gotta be Little Oldie Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Oldie Tokyo? We really need to talk about cool. Alright. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder?
Oh, I know who Drew's dudes are. That security lady told Drew about us, eh?
That's right.
It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime to the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Frowny face.
Alright, see you later, Coil. We'll probably be wrapping up here soon, too. A T-bone steak, was it?
Yeah, sucks.
Suckers?
Yeah, suckers. I ain't missing out on food.
Nick, what does suckers mean? No idea.
Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon until after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network.
Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you.
Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai.
You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right?
Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time.
Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning?
Oh, the boss over at this network and some sponsors, and also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension.
Were all of them with you the entire time?
Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers.
Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. We don't really have anything for him to ask him about.
Aha! You again!
Yee!
How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost!
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
Oh, the police took me away. They did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet old lady, wear a giant suit like that?
Mr. Powers is pretty tall.
As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess that would rule out her being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or an insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips.
Starting now. 1, 2, 3.
This old lady's too much. Well, at least I won't have to do her voice anymore. Whatever. About that kid you said you saw.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder?
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it. Alright, see if we can go back to Studio 2. Anything has changed? Nope, we still need the key from the guardhouse. The security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras.
Hey, no touching.
Guess I'd better investigate there later. Alright. Is there anywhere else we can go? Hey! Hey, wait! I'll bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, Kitty-O, what's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't call me. I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp. And pretty mad. I'm Cody. Cody Hatkins. Call me Kitty-O again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. Hey, it's the fanboy. Alright, I think we're gonna have to talk to him and then, probably gonna have to call the stream there. Well, got a bit more time, I guess. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai? How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side. Ha 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 ha! You can't fool me. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy. Like some fries with that. Not bad, Kitty-O. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here. You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always... The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way I'm telling you, losers. What? Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. Bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Empty bottle slipped into pocket. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Huh? Where's that old windbag? I'd have heard to leave her post. Let's find out. Empty bottle. Found on a table in the employee area. The label reads sleeping pills. I'd have heard to leave her post. Hey! Nick, that was her.
Stop, whippersnapper.
Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy.
Natch.
Uh-oh. She tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Uh-oh, she tripped. Let's grab that key. Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Alright. Let's go check out the trailer, and then I'll call the stream after that. I wonder if the key we borrowed from this guard station will work. It opened. Great! Let's go, Nick! She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Ah, not that eager. October 18th. Eek! Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you? T. Vasquez, the producer. D. Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script? Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? Steel Samurai. Episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like you to ask about you, the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Sal Manella, was it? What exactly is this role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all the people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright. We'll give it to him if we see him. Alright. Oh. How do I save in this? I don't... Okay, let me see. Ah, whatever. I'll figure it out in a minute. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks, Trying, for watching all the way through Firewatch. I'm glad you got your thing figured out. So we'll pick up here again tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. And I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have a good evening, afternoon, night, whatever. So, hopefully I'll see you then.